At a listing presentation, if you really want to shift the needle to go towards your direction, I urge you to use the strategy which is called the buyer analysis strategy. And the buyer analysis strategy is used at a listing presentation, and this is how it goes. For instance, if I was presenting to Angela, kia ora, Angela from New Zealand, look forward to being back in New Zealand at some point in 2021. So what actually happens is at a listing presentation, you turn around and say, Mr. and Mrs. Vendor, I want to let you know that when you described to me your property when we were setting this appointment, and when you gave me the address, I actually went onto Price Finder, CoreLogic RP data, and I analyzed your property. And I can tell you you're on 753 square meters of land. And I can also tell you I actually know your property quite intimately because I spent an hour studying it, studying the photos that were already available online and just studying all the dimensions, the history. And then what I did is I actually got your property and I did a buyer-seller cross-match meeting with the team and with my CRM system. And I'm pleased to let you know, out of 1,350 buyers, I was able to cross-match it with 7 hot buyers. Now, what I'd like to do is to let you know that part of my process today is to describe these 7 buyers to you, because I'd like to let you know that quite often we will sell the property to a buyer that has been identified as a VIP hot buyer. So what I'd like to do is to go through and explain a little bit about each buyer and how to role play. And what you do at this point is you talk about each buyer. You talk about who they are. You talk about what they're looking for. You talk about what they missed out on. You talk about their budget. You talk about what is the non-negotiables in a property. And you talk about the time frame that they need to buy. And what you do is you make these buyers so alive. You make these buyers into a picture, because I want you to know vendors don't care about a marketing program. Vendors don't care about some 25-point strategy. Ultimately, what they care about is one buyer to buy their home and give them the money so they can move forward with the next phase of their life. And what I'd like you to understand is that there's a good chance if you're missing out on business to a specific agent in the marketplace at the moment, is what they're doing is having this as the conversation in the phase 1 of a marketing campaign. And they're taking away the friction. They're taking away the challenges and all the things that goes through a vendor's mind thinking, oh, wow, we're going to have so many people coming through. We're going to have, people taking photos and videos. And I've got this agent here that's told me these are the 7 people that are ready to pounce. And I want you to understand, if you can go into a listing presentation, not only have done a comparative market analysis on that property, but have done a comparative market analysis on the buyers, and you explain these buyers at a listing presentation, it is really compelling for a vendor to sign with you. Now, let's assume you get these buyers through in the first 3 days of listing it. You can then come back if you haven't got a great offer, and you can actually say to the owner, Mr. and Mrs. Vendor, I've got to let you know, we've got them through. We've just done what is called the phase 1. And I've got to let you know that the best offer we got is 870. And as far as I'm concerned, that is the best offer at the moment. But I want you to understand it's also the first offer. And I want to let you know that I don't feel comfortable in working with this first offer. So I'm going to actually recommend that we now look at a phase 2 marketing campaign that's going to look at a marketing campaign that's both offline and online, because I want to let you know that marketing works in combination and not in isolation. And we've got to make sure that our online and offline are in line. And I'm going to go out into the marketplace now looking at a broader buyer pool. And that's going to include those that we have on our CRM system, but also people that we're going to go out and market to. And I want to let you know, it's far more easier to have this conversation with a vendor if you've got a listing signed up, because there's a great saying in real estate, never educate without control. And when are you going to have control? When you've got the listing signed up. Guys and girls, I also want to let you know, those of you that are watching here that are not a real estate gym member, that The real estate gym has just made its mind up on a couple of things. All our content now will be available as private podcast for you to listen to on your preferred podcast platform. That's right. Think about it. You won't have to log in. You'll just be using your current podcast, but these are private podcasts, not available to anyone but a real estate gym member. This is great for those of you that love to do your learning on the go. So that's the first thing. That's in play right now as we speak. The second thing is some of the people that you're going to be listening to next year as part of Real Estate Gym 2021 is Marty Fox, Gav Rubenstein, Matt Steinway, Peter Chauncey, John McGrath, Delene Lewis, James Tostovan, Kathy Baker, Josh Tesselin, Mark Burris, correct, Mark Burris, Scott Dutton, the negotiation guy, Philly Harris, Imogen McAllister is going to be a regular, helping us have our great social media strategy and always updating us on what's hot and what's not. Charles Tarby, Kate Smith, 200 sales a year. Also, the number one real estate agent in Australia that is a female for the last 5 years. Hardly anyone has ever heard her speak. And I'm going to let you know it is Helen Yang from Ray White at Baldwin. She is joining the real estate gym as a mentor. Mark McLeod, Michael Pallier, Shane Brocklebank, Marcus Chiminello. And in addition to that, there's going to be constant, frequent coaching, which is not just real estate interviews with agents. It's actually me doing coaching on content-specific stuff. Very soon, we're going to be releasing our 12-month marketing calendar for our real estate gym members. So they've got a marketing calendar that is set and forget for them to attack the marketplace and make sure that they've got a constant, endless supply of appraisals to go to. Guys and girls, if you are not a real estate gym member at $10 a week or just about that, go to realestategym.com.au. We now are open for membership for our members for 2021. And really look forward to working with you. But I'm also so excited, and I'm also so excited that the Real Estate Gym app, which has been a long project, is probably 3 months away. So if you're a Real Estate Gym member, you're going to have a dedicated app, which is going to mean that it's just far more easier to consume all the content on the go. Guys and girls, I'm signing off. Have a great day. And always remember, the 5 reasons why people are going to list their property with you is you listened to them, you understood their problem, you solved their problem, they liked you, and they trusted you. Get those 5 things right, and let me tell you, you got the business.